Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. All aboard Wisdom, Roxy M. Carter. Hot show today. Hot show, hot topic. I bet you'll like it. People have been wanting to talk about this for years, and I did used to talk about it on my own radio shows. People would call in about this topic. I bet you're wondering what my topic is. And they would also call the TV stations and go online and say, hey, I got to ask some questions about this. And it's about meditation. So today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. It is about meditation, but is it meditation or is it prayer? Or can you do both? Now, a lot of people, lots and lots of people think I just have to meditate. I must calm down. I must calm down. Namaste. I must calm down. Okay. We all got to laugh at ourselves because there's times we like breathe so deep we almost fall over because we're just so stressed out. So many people have come to the conclusion, I just need to meditate. Then you got the other group says, no, we don't meditate. No. Somebody told me that's something we don't do. Well, this is a show about wisdom and getting educated. Just because somebody told you that's not something you do or can do, one person's opinion doesn't really hold a whole lot of water. So let's look at a bunch of facts. So you can meditate. You also, or is it going to be, I'm only going to pray? Or what if I blow your little minds today and I say, guess what? Yada, yada. You can meditate and you can pray. And my way that really rocks my world, and I see the coolest, most awesome things happen in my own life. And those who actually have tried this, they actually do have a prayer. They pray. And then after they do, and praying is you talking to God. And then meditating means you zip it and then you sit there and then you listen to what is coming back to you or what he's saying to you. Now, the more you do it, there's some people say, well, I don't hear nothing. I just hear silence. I just hear crickets. I don't hear anything. So the more you do anything, it's an exercise, the better you get at it. So let's just say you're a person that says, I only pray or I pray. I've never tried meditation, or somebody told me, that's not good. We're not supposed to do that, or that's just for certain other groups of people that do that. Well, I hate to tell you, but meditation has gone on for like thousands and thousands of years. And it really does work, but there's a lot of things to it that people don't tell you about it. So you might as well learn a whole bunch of facts today. Here's a bunch of Roxy M. Carter, all aboard wisdom facts for you, because knowledge is power. I say it all the time. I'm Greek, and Greeks have ancient wisdom, and they used to, Socrates and Plato and everybody used to have everybody from all over the world going into ancient Greece, sitting down and learning educational facts. So I'm like little Plato, little Socrates, and think of me that way. I kind of like to be thought of it like that. It makes my Greek roots really kind of razzle and dazzle. But let's just jump in and forget about my Greek roots, but don't forget about them, because I want you to know I am Greek and I do take a lot of pride in being a good Greek. But here's some things today that I really want you to pay attention to. Got to add a little humor in with stuff, or life can get really boring trying to sit there and learn. Also, please always, when you get on the podcast, do have a little notebook. Go to the dollar store somewhere, get a notebook. Only use the notebooks for when you're on my show, all aboard wisdom, and have a bunch of pens. So if one pen runs out of ink, you don't sit there and think, oh my God, I don't have a pen. I have about 4 or 5 pens, because pens do run out of ink, and I just thought I would throw that one in. Okay, so let's check out what I wanted to talk to you about. So there is meditation, and see, I got this nice little picture here that represents meditation. And then there's also a thing called prayer. Okay. And then there's a thing that I really want you to entertain in your head today. You can do both. You can do both. So don't think it's either like, it's either vanilla or chocolate. You know what I'm trying to say? You really can have the topping on it, like, so to speak, and you can have both. And it's actually even more so powerful. Prayer is when you are talking to God. Okay, that's you talking. Let's just jump into that one. And then the power thing that works for me is then I say, get it all up and out, let go, let God, I get it up and out. You know how that goes. And then in the quiet, then you just sit there. And in the quiet, then you have to ask. You have not because you ask not. That's some kind of a biblical thing, by the way. It does teach that. You have not because you ask not. So you sit there in silence, you twiddle your thumbs, you crochet a blanket. I'm not hearing nothing. Well, it says you have not because you ask not. How about asking after you get done doing if you do prayer, then just say, okay, I'm asking you to speak to my heart, my soul, and in my silence, may I hear some answers back from you about what I just, did or let go and released in prayer. You see how us Greeks, we have to use our hands. It's like we're almost dancing, right? Hope that's not too distracting, but that's how it goes. Hold on, we need some happy water here. It's really just water. So when you do meditating is this. It's you cupcake darling sweetheart. It's all you going inside of yourself, and you're going to bring yourself from this high excitable place you are from your day and everything that happened, and it's you going in to yourself, and you are going to try to calm yourself down. How do you calm yourself down? Usually somebody has given you mantras, or they've told you certain words, or you go deep breathe. You're going to go through many different things. But again, it's a lot of work. It is. And you could learn it just like, learn the ABCs, math, multiplication. Okay. But you can learn it and you will learn it, but it's you doing a lot of work because you're doing all the work and you're going inside yourself to do it all by yourself. The versus when you do use prayer is you just show up. You're all freaked out. Your day is whatever it is. It is the crazy day that it is. You sit down and all you have to do is just start to unload, have a conversation with God. And then what I really think really does work really, really well. And then you say, okay, I have to ask to receive. So I'm done unloading. I've just emptied my suitcase full of baggage and everything else that's bothering me, upsetting me from my day. Okay, God, there we go. Here we go. And then you sit there and say, now I'm asking that you will calm me down in that space that I just emptied out. I just unloaded it over to you, God. And I would like to meditate and be really quiet. I'm not doing any work. I just sit there with my teeth in my mouth, basically my eyes closed, no distractions going on. And I say, speak to me and decompress me. To me, that works really well. But there are going to be people, and I do want to share why I have found over the years, people only will meditate. And, I'm really blunt, and I like blunt because I don't know any other way. Many people are mad at God. Well, what did she just say? No, there's many people who are mad at God. Why are you mad at God? You asked for something, like children, you asked Santa for something, you didn't get it for Christmas, now you're upset, you're mad at Santa. Well, there are people who have had people die, they prayed for them and they died. I'm mad at God. They had people praying for a situation and it didn't happen or happen how they want. Well, I'm mad at God. So if I'm mad at God, the last place homie is going to go is going to be, I'm going to run to that God person because you say, he disappointed me, he let me down. Well, bottom line is, and here's the fact, everything on this side is going to expire. Every single person, every pet, everything, every bird, every ant, everything that there is in the world, every creature, everything on this side has an expiration date and it's going to die. So you have a right to say a prayer, or you have a right to say, oh, I hope, I'm going to God. Please don't let him break up with me, and all these things. And when it happens and what happens isn't what you asked to happen, well, I'm mad at God. I ain't talking to that guy. Then you don't even call him God anymore. Then you call him the universe or that thing up there, or you won't even give him dignity. You go like this. You just point up like, that. Yeah, up there, right? I mean, it gets really disrespectful. So many people, not all of them, but a lot of people who will say, I don't pray, I don't do it, because they really are mad at God or they see God as a disappointment. A second reason people will only meditate, okay? Because they also believe that nobody's going to come to save and rescue them. In their life, nobody really did show up and save and rescue them. So they have a very low tolerance or belief in their own father or in people in general. So I guess I got to do everything myself. I got to do everything myself. These are prime candidates of people that will turn and feel very, very super duper comfortable with only meditating, only because, it's up to me. If I'm going to have a good day, if anything's going to get done, it's up to me. I got to be the man. I got to be the woman. It's always up to me. And you know what? That has been the story of your life. That is very true. And it's very understandable. The other thing is people who did not have a really good relationship with their own fathers. Their dad is a no-show, or they never even showed up at all, so they don't even know what his name is. It's Bob, Joe, Ted, or Fred. They don't know. That they think if that's a no-show father, or I had a mean father, or I had somebody who was there and just ignored me, and that's your visual image in your mind of father, then you sure may many times, add that over to how you feel about God and saying, well, if that's what a father is, I don't need one of them. And he's the last guy I'm going to talk to because I don't trust that. God is not your daddy. God is not, he does not have, it's called he, okay? It says he this, he that. He is nothing like your dad, the good one, the bad one, the in-between one. But it has really put a bitter taste in a lot of people's mouths. Now, jumping off of that, I threw a whole bunch of stuff into the mix. A lot I want you to listen, re-listen to this and replay it, because I just talk so fast and there's so much what I just said, and you need to take notes on this. Then I want you to go in and analyze what I said and how much of that is you, and maybe that's why you say, I only meditate. There are some people have never done prayer in their life. They never talked to God. They've never been in a church. You don't have to go to church to pray. But I'm just saying that they've only heard meditate. Now, some things I want to talk about. When you do meditate, you are the one that's trying to relax yourself. So a person who says, well, I'm in here by myself, I guess I have all the responsibility, I got to do it all myself. Well, it's because your whole life you really did have to do it all yourself. So it's you self-relaxing yourself, okay? It's you rebalancing yourself. So when you get out of balance, your day is out of balance, you've had a crazy boss, you have people cutting you off in the road, all these things happening, you're off balance, okay? That's any of us, you go off balance. So to calm down, some people will start it with or they'll just close their eyes and they roll out their yoga mat and they sit on the floor and they light their incense. I light incense. I think it's cool. I light candles. I think it's cool. The thing is, but that's what they do. You got to do a lot of steps to do it, or you could just go in and pray and then unload. But you see, the people who say, I have to be responsible for myself, there's nobody I can count on but me, you are going to have to self-relax yourself and go through all this just to get into a position so you can, relax, and you're going to have to try to rebalance yourself. So there is no God in that whatsoever. Even if you go, that's the sound of God. In reality, that's really not inviting him in, God or universe, whatever name you want to call him. That's a whole other topic we're going to do. But again, you're going to go in there when you're meditating. It's a lot of extra work on you because it's you doing it all by yourself. You're trying to control the situation. I'm trying to control my breathing so I feel better. Now, when you do prayer, let's look at the flip side. You just go in, you can be anywhere. You could be driving in your car. And I've said this before, and I've loved this on radio shows. They said they love it. You during work, when you get your 10 to 15 minute break, you can go to the bathroom and shut yourself up in a bathroom stall. It's not a real classy place to do it, but you can go anywhere without a yoga mat, without candles, without incense, without the whole enchilada. And you can have this one-on-one with God and pray, and it's you unloading. It's just like an unloading dock. You unload, okay? And then, then you aren't carrying it no more. Now, that is called trusting, humbling yourself, and believing when I unload it. And you always say at the end of a prayer, thank you. Now, it is very important that if you do use prayer, you always say thank you. Say thank you, because as a mother, I got 3 kids, 2 stepkids, 10 grandkids. I know I don't look old enough. I have all that, yes. But the thing is, I dig it when somebody will say, hey, you know what? Thank you. When God hears you say thank you, now this is God hearing you say thank you. He wants to do more for you. It's called gratitude. I guarantee you when you say thank you, it's going to speed up the process. You can't do it to fool him or to kiss butt with God, but it really does work. Now, when you go in and you're doing just meditation, okay, you got to go through the whole thing. You got to go through the breathing. You got to close your eyes. You got to shut it down. You got to have the mat. You got to even maybe have the goat for goat yoga. I mean, who knows what you got to do? Okay, so there's things, or you have to have a mantra, you got to memorize it. It's a no thinker, you just go with prayer. And one shows you're going to do all the work because you believe in your life. This is the undercurrent, this is the subconscious reason people prefer many times meditation only. Well, I'm in it by myself. I got to do it by myself. I've repeated this many times on purpose to you because that's what your life has shown you. The other one says, I am tired of relying just on me. And I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to do whatever it is. And they say, I'm going to start talking to God. Keep your meditation if you want to, but put it after you have your conversation with God. Have that little chit chat with God and tell it like it is. Don't use, oh, thee, thou Father Almighty, oh, in heaven, oh, hell. Oh, come on. Talk to him just like I'm talking to you. He's already seen you at your worst. He's seen you when you woke up. God's seen you and been around you with halitosis and your morning hair and all that stuff. You might as well just talk to him like it is. To me, something you may want to try, and this is again all aboard wisdom with Roxy Carter, and I've been doing this 33 years, talk radio, being a life coach. I'm telling you, it's really powerful when you do go the other direction. And let's just say you give it your best. You humble yourself. I am going to suck it up. I am going to have this talk with God. Please quit calling him the universe or pointing your finger up or the guy upstairs. He does have a name, and I think you do like to hear your name. I don't like to be called her, it, or just point at me. Okay, so again, you are dealing with deity. So that's something to think about. So we're going to be doing a lot of other topics and everything else, but today I want to talk to you about meditation. One is you doing all the work and you are emptying yourself. It takes a lot of work, just like you trying to go out and clean your laundry room, or you're doing the work. When you do prayer, there is no work. You can sit down anywhere. If you want to kneel, you want to be in church, you want to be next to your bed, you could do it whenever you want. Again, I swear it, I've done it so many times sitting in a stall in a bathroom. God really don't care, and he's not sensitive to the smells of bathrooms either. So don't even worry about that in case you're one of these worryholic kind of people. So meditation, for many, it is a quick fix. Why is it a quick fix? Makes me feel good. Quick. It makes me feel good, just like you pop an aspirin or whatever you take. I don't know, ibuprofen. In a few minutes, I feel good, but it comes back. The headache, the whatever comes back. When you do, and it's a trust issue, and when you don't have trust issue with your parents, with friends, people, life in general, those are the people that struggle having a conversation with God because they had people physically they could see and they could touch, and they couldn't trust them. I can't trust you. It's been proof. But you see, God is not a person. So again, it's easier to do this, but you can trust in this. And I'm telling you personally, I've done it my whole life. I live a life full of miracles all the time. And another thing, we're going to talk about manifesting, because manifesting has a lot to do with a prayer and meditation. I really do dig something to think about. Nobody's twisting your arm, making you do it, but I really suggest humble yourself and get out of your own way and saying, okay, so everybody else, let you down. They did that. They really did that. Or you're mad at God. Somebody died. Somebody got sick. They didn't get well. A deal went through that didn't go through something you wanted. So I'm mad at God. He's always the patsy that people got to blame for everything. How about quitting being so angry and upset? Maybe you didn't even realize you were angry, upset, but how about trusting in the invisible? He chooses to be invisible. He chooses to be silent. He likes to do it because it shows that, you're trusting him. I'm sorry. I really am. I have so many reasons I've lost trust and faith in so many people in my life, but I do know for sure that's one being, and he does have a name. It's God. It's a 3-letter word. He's very faithful. By the way, the word God is, if you spell it backwards, it's dog. And, I'm going to tell you, dogs are your very most loyal best friend on the planet. They're really, really the best of the best. But for what that's worth, getting back on track, really do give it a try. How about talking to God, saying it like it is, getting it out? But then you want to meditate. And meditating, we're also going to be talking about visualization. Add visualization to it. I'm going to be talking about that in other podcasts. And it's a powerful way to go. So winding it all up today, we talked about manifestation. We talked about, or do we do either or meditation, or we only do prayer? Meditation or prayer. I'm telling you, do them both. Do a combo. You do that when you go to a restaurant. I'll have the fries and I'll have the shake and I'll have the burger. So if you can do that, imagine what you can do. So in winding today's podcast up, and I really want you to play this 2-3 times, tell your friends, pass this on to other people. Please, it's very easy to do. Take your little finger and hit, you liked it. I'm not sure how you didn't like it. I mean, it had a lot of positive stuff, and it's like a one-stop shop for everybody. So hit like. It would be a really great thing to do, because this is my new podcast, but I've been doing this stuff for 33 years on radio, TV, and talk shows. But now I'm here for a longer period of time doing this with you. Also, please do hit subscribe. Hit subscribe and also share it with people. There's a little thing at the bottom. Look for it. It says comments. If you're one of my clients and I've helped you in the past, if a lot of the advice and the things that have come up in my life readings I've done, or what you're learning here, if it was helpful, hey, put it down there under comments, and have a wonderful day. Godspeed. I'll be getting back with you real soon here with a whole bunch more of cool topics. Have a great day.